How is everybody? Welcome to hell, or digital COVID, as I'm calling this. So, I'll just put the music a bit down. We're gonna have a mix of music live on the guitar, and you're seeing various guitars to the left and to the right. And besides that, we're gonna have some live music. Today, we're gonna dedicate a lot to lots of thrash metal. So, but not just thrash metal. As you'll see, there is going to be a lot of even non-metal at all when I play the guitars. But anyway, for now, let's start rolling. Enjoy. And as you see, there I've got some bog roll or kitchen roll. Anyway, enjoy. Welcome to Hell by Venom. Okay, guys, let's arrange some more lights for you. Olé! Okay, so in today's edition, basically, we are going to be looking at lots of different things, testing different things. I do not know, actually, basically, I've tried different things earlier, and some worked, some didn't. This is the first time I'm live streaming, so the quality might not be as good as when you usually see the rest of my, basically, channel. But anyway, I also suggest that you do get off the... for people not to use their headphones, because there might be some hiss that I try to avoid, which I unfortunately haven't managed. But this is all about keeping a good vibe during the COVID times, so I didn't stress too much, There is a lot of stress already going on everywhere. So the first thing I wanted to say is that recommendations to this live streams are welcome, as our networks. Read everything in the description. Probably on this Thursday at 1 p.m. I'm doing the next podcast, which hopefully I'll have better streaming for. But anyway, frequently asked questions, whatever you want to ask. There's a poll at the end of the live stream where you can sort of ask what you want to see more of. Okay, now I can see here that we've got my old bandmate from Etna Morte. Hello, Fabio from Italy. Yeah, so hopefully other people should be connecting as we go along. So let's start with explaining some things about different guitars. So this is an electric guitar, okay, where you connect it with an amplifier. Generally, they are slim and thin so that you can rock as fast as possible on them. Now, besides that, there are also other types of acoustic guitars, like this is an acoustic guitar with steel strings. We're also going to visit today other types of acoustic guitars. This is a normal acoustic guitar, which also doubles as an electric. It's not connected right now, but As you hear, it has a slightly different tone because this is slimmer than that one. So basically, these are things I will get into later, basically, the fatter the instrument. I'm also going to look at some exotic tunings of acoustic guitars, like this one. Okay, also like, so that one is a normal acoustic guitar which I've changed into an Indian tuning myself. This is a Viola de Capoeira. This is a folk Brazilian guitar that sounds a bit akin to the Portuguese fado guitar. And also, speaking of exotic stuff, there is another guitar here which is with 11 strings that sounds like an oud. This is by Godin and it's called Glissentar. Okay, and we'll also have a look into the ukulele. Okay, and we'll also be having a look into the bass, or in this case, the fretless bass. It's now not connected because I'll be sort of taking the jack out of one and putting it into the other as we go along. I'll explain. But first of all, we're going to start with a session of a bit of music. And next up, just give me a moment so I load it up. It's going to be basically, I'm going to be looking at COVID or Corona or however you want to call it in different ways. Basically, we're going to look at the message of thrash metal lyrics, which have been sort of a forewarning to protecting the earth and respecting the earth more from a pollution side of view. But some of them could also be applicable to basically this phase itself, okay, of the coronavirus and whatever is happening all around this world. But anyway, to get going, let me basically, one thing that everybody can agree about this COVID-19, whether it is as serious as the media show it to be, whether it is less serious, whether it is even more serious, whether there is a conspiracy theory or one or two or so many, because nobody knows what is the truth. The real fact is that it is one wicked annihilator that is so mystic. So let's go. Annihilator. This is the track, Wicked Mystic.
Centuries existing in the year. Zombies swallowed in disease, swallowed meat and beer. I never think that when the all to be from here. Weekly my love for the place, how to over here. No one is in there. It's the people that's always been the living. I never think the living on the feeling down here. With my money, but I don't need the fear. Somebody, the dark side has
So we are now going with Overkill, and this is Bet Shit Crazy. Was it a bet? Was it a pangolin? Does it come from Wuhan? Nobody knows.
crazy. Yesterday, since it's dying away, I looked everywhere, now it's gone.
One thing is certain, online, on Facebook, social media and everything, everybody against everyone, as if everybody knows everything. depression instead of COVID-19. Relax. As creator says, everyone against everyone, total chaos. Don't do it. Chill out. This is Hordes of Chaos by Creator, and I dedicate it to Ray from Malta, ex-Enquire. So, for those who have joined us later, basically, we are doing today an edition explaining guitars. We are doing an edition today where we are explaining guitars as well, and we're going to delve into listening to these guitars one by one later through this stream. Shortly, actually, we're going to start on some of them. And anyway, but I'm also mixing this up with different types of music. Today, I'm dedicating it mostly to thrash metal, but with a little bit of extreme less there and a bit of more there, okay? And anyway, so, and the idea here is that basically we will have a good time and we also learn from the lyrics of the thrash era. So so far we've played Annihilator, Creator, and Overkill. So now we are on to this thing. What are we? As we said, Creator just told us that it's everyone against everyone, total chaos. So how about we play this track, which everybody knows, by Sepultura. This is Chaos Beast, which you can call it COVID-19 Disorder Complete. Let's go!
Hands up in the air, put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air, put your hands up in the air. Bump it up, you got to bump it up, bump it up, you got to bump it up, bump it up, bump it up, bump it up, you got to bump it up.
Okay, what could happen? What could happen? We could come into a time where, and there were none. Exodus. Okay, guys, I'm gonna put the music a bit down so I can talk to you. So, basically, for those who connected later, this is the first live stream ever on CoolGoolMusic. I know that the lightning and everything might not be as good as when I usually film a recorded video, but hey, come on, let's have a good time, you know? So, what I'm gonna do next, now we're gonna break from the live music. Well, actually, we're gonna go more to live music because I'm gonna break from the DJing and I'm going to be sort of explaining different types of guitars that possibly exist in the world, okay? So, I'm gonna just bring this down. And here we go. So basically, on the guitar, you can do many things. There are many types of guitars. There is, as I explained briefly earlier, electric guitars, acoustic guitars that are of nylon strings, that called classical guitars. And there is also acoustic guitars that are also of steel string like this, and they are generally referred to as the acoustic folk guitar. Now, before I get into that, basically, let me explain briefly how these things differ. So, First of all, the electric guitar, like many other guitars, is made out of 6 strings. Okay, it has this sort of chunky sound, which you can change with the amp to. I'm gonna keep it quite simple, yeah, because I could also be using other stuff. Here I've got these effects you're partly seeing, but I didn't connect them today. So you could go into getting that sort of, you know, a bit of chunky sound. You could go a bit more aggressive. Generally used in more like sludgy stuff, doom stuff, and then you can go more extreme and do the metal stuff. The extreme metal stuff, black metal, death metal, and the like. So, while we are at this, I will shortly put on a backing track and show you how certain things can work. But before I get into that, I am going to first show you the different type of instruments that I was going to be talking about. So, volume off from that puppy. I call these my puppies, you know, my puppies and my cats. So, this is the ukulele for the younger kids. So, we can also get an acoustic guitar, which is quite fat, as you can see, more than me. And this acoustic guitar, hi Scotty, we've got another friend of mine from Glasgow. How's it going, Scott? So basically, this guitar is it looks quite metal style of guitar, but it's actually not. This is like a that guitar, like this guitar, apologies, I connected this where I actually had to connect it. These are, you know, live, like football, you know, you think you're going that way, the defender comes and you go that way. It's the same. I thought I'm going to connect that guitar, instead, now I'm going to connect this. So, it's live, man, it's live. So this guitar is a semi-acoustic guitar, so I can connect it either to my amp or in this case, I connected it to my mixer. Let me just move a bit things this way so you understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so these are my digital effects which I'm not using today, mixer, amplifier. Okay, so let's fix the slide a bit for you people that we can see more what's happening. That's it. Now we are all alive. Okay, so now I cannot see you because I just looked at the light, but that's fine. So, look what happens if I chop off the sound. So this is how it would sound if I went back. And this is how it would sound if I am in the future, because at the moment all the venues are closed, if I am at a venue. I also can, the sound man can change my sound, but I can also change my sound myself. So look at this, how it's going to quickly change into quite slightly different sound. Okay, I made it more thinner. So these are the things that you could do with an acoustic guitar played acoustically. with the sound of its own wood. And when you connect it through the pickup to an amplifier, it gives you a separate sound. Okay, now let's talk about classical guitars. So about acoustic guitars, I've got other acoustic guitars here that sound quite exotic, like Brazilian, Indian guitars. I'm gonna play them for you all later, okay? But for now, I'm just gonna play the three main types of guitars, which were electric, steel electric, steel acoustic, and now is coming classical guitar. What is the difference? The main difference, first of all, this is an acoustic guitar as well. But, and it sounds like this. The main difference here is, again, the thicker it is, the bigger the sound, okay? But the main difference is that it's made out of nylon strings. And they produce a different characteristic of sound. Classical guitars are also split into two, you could say into three. There is the concert classical guitar. Generally, it's made out of browner woods than what you see. Then there is the flamenco guitar, which is made out of sycamore and spruce, these yellow type of woods. These basically accentuate the middle so that when you play that rasguado, it basically can match with the back foot of the flamenco dancers. Then there is a type of flamenco guitar called flamenco negra, where the front is yellow type of wood and the back is more brownish, okay? This is basically to get that mix that you can also play with an orchestra and play classical pieces like Zapovia. Anyway, this thing sounds something like this, okay? Again, if I change it the time, I can give you some more volume. And then okay, so now, as I was saying, for those who didn't contact now or will be seeing this live stream later, basically, this is the first time I'm streaming. I hope to make this a regular, at least during COVID times. And I would welcome a lot of networks of other guitarists or musicians or even comedians, because we're here to have fun after all, to sort of arrange something to do a double thing, sort of transmission from one house to another. I'm investigating into these things. But first of all, I'd like, I know that there is a shortcoming, especially for those listening with headphones, that there might be a hiss. Pardon me about this. There is an alternative way I want to route the sound through, but it didn't work out as I was working it out today. So, but anyway, yeah, regarding gear recommendations on transmitting live, YouTubers, you're all welcome to contact me. But now, anyway, before we continue further, I'm going to go back to some music now, okay? So, we are a bit in the age of protest, the age of 19, everybody is angry, you know? Some people are angry for nothing. Some people are angry because there was an underlying anger and suddenly they found themselves locked down and basically, boom, it's all erupting, you say. Head above water, eating healthy, trying to sort of commute the least possible, but doing that half an hour a day of walk just to keep sane in the head. In any case, we all have our favorite politician that is making us angry. So when we come out of this all alive, well, not all of us, but most of us alive, we're going to tell them something, yeah, to all of them. Every single one of them, we're going to tell them, whose fist is this anyway? Pronga. Okay, guys, for some reason the next song is not playing, and I found the reason. Okay, so before we go into this, a band that highly inspired the previous band that was called Prong is Killing Joke. So, is the virus a joke? Is the virus a killing joke? Whatever it is a virus. Killing joke. I am the virus. Okay, so now we pass on to a song that is a special dedication to a friend of ours from Italy who sadly passed away a few weeks ago. Unfortunately, the media is trying to exploit everything. This is a song for our friend Gino, who, when he used to live in London, he recorded a video of a band called Virus, a thrash metal band from the UK. Now, yes, unfortunately, the media is trying to manipulate everything, you know. And there was also an indication of trying to say that he passed out of coronavirus. We who know him know that he, and the autopsy as well, know that he did not pass away out because of coronavirus, but out of something else, which is private among us and our friends, and the media should not even get close to these things. I'm sure that they are doing these things to many other people to pick up numbers and sensationalize things. But yeah, you know, that's the world. Instead of thinking of the 35 million kids that have been born worldwide in the last, since January, instead we are thinking about those who unfortunately have passed away. We have empathy for them and we are sorry for them. But, you know, the media should try and make a bit more beautiful stories, you know, as well. Not just gloom, 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 gloom. You know, that's the way it is. Okay, so my friends, let's go. This is a special dedication from our friend Gino. Respect in Italy. Well, once in Italy, now we don't know where he is. Anyway, this is Virus, Murder in the Mosh Pit.
wanna die. You kill me, yeah. Did you ever fight with me?
Okay, now we pass to a song by another English band. This is a prayer for the dead, those who unfortunately have passed away from COVID and from whatever else. This is Onslaught, a prayer for the dead. I dedicate this song to Luke from Malta, vocalist of Murder Dot.
I am the face on death. Manipulation masterclass. The lines between your ribs. I am the broken one, the soul you once betrayed. Disciple of impurity, the image of my creed. Oh, Father, cast down from heaven. Cannot be my name. Say your breath, say your breath on the dead. Say your breath, say your breath on the dead. Say your breath, say your breath on the dead. Say your breath in the water fire. I am the truth untold. Reality more. It's in the days of mankind. You face it till I know. I am your talking star. The star you left behind. Professoring theology. Enlightening my mind. Oh, Father, cast down from heaven. Cannot be my name. Say your breath, say your breath on the dead. Say your breath, say your breath on the dead. Say your breath. Fascination of the tiny sky. All alone, that's a play, that's a play, that's a play. I am the prosecution of the sentences. Say your breath, say your breath on the dead. Say your breath, say your breath on the dead. Say your breath, say your breath on the dead. Say your breath in the water and fire.
Okay, guys. So you might have heard me launch the track just now. So now I'm going to sort of play some. I'm going away from metal, but I'm going to the roots of metal, and basically I'm going a bit to give you some heavy blues rock for you all. And yeah, let's solo a bit on the electric guitar now. Just to remind everyone. Anyway, let me play first, then I'll tell you after. Okay. So, guys, we have now a bit of blues. We're gonna look into more stuff as we go. Hello, Anne-Willem. How's it going, Anne-Willem? Hello, Anne-Willem. Okay, so welcome to Anne-Willem. So basically, what we're doing here on this channel, let me just put the backing track off, is that I am playing guitar, I'm explaining about different types of guitars, I'm also addressing different types of music, and I am DJing, I am playing guitar, you know, it's no agenda. It's called Digital COVID Edition #1. So we are also addressing COVID, and while we're at it, basically, we're looking into the lyrics of many a thrash band and asking questions, because the most important thing is not to trust what information is giving to you, but see all angles and then come up with a conclusion. The most important thing is your conclusion could be wrong. So everybody chill out, relax, keep respecting your friends for the good times that you know them, because everybody at the moment has problems, financial problems and everything. So everybody start to stay calm. Anyway, speaking of financial problems, this COVID hit also me. In our business, not just mine, of other guitar teachers as well, like any other business, you have students who quit and who have students who start, and they compensate them, the numbers. Unfortunately, during this COVID, we have less people starting because people think that we're vanished. We actually have not vanished. So basically, we are still here, and the only difference is as simple as this. When I teach you, you come here, you sit on the sofa, or I have that chair there and I bring it here so you are closer. When I'm teaching you online, I turn there and I teach you online. It's just the same. You save all the travel time to have to come here, and basically we do it online. So I do lessons via Skype, I do them via Zoom. Unfortunately, not via FaceTime because I don't have any Macs. Yeah. So if anybody of you is interested, I'm going to, the link is actually in the description, okay? malcolmcallus.com/Skype-it. Okay, now, what else? So let's play some exotic bands now from the thrash, so popularized, basically. So some people say that life after COVID is going to change. Some people not. But in any case, basically, life is not going to be the same from this day forward. Oblivion from Canada.
I'm just stay forward. Nothing's gonna be the same. I'll stay forward. Nothing's gonna be the same.
Okay, now we go into an Italian band called Overfate from their Depths of Sorrow demo from 2004. This is a band that has now split up. This is a band from Tuscany, Italy. And this is Another Dead Hero. Who is this hero? He's the dead that passed away, the nurse who was working on COVID and unfortunately contracted it. So, yeah, so, you know, aside that we have to... So as you're hearing through this program, I'm sometimes keeping an upbeat vibe. I'm sometimes being more realistic. The thing is, I don't want us all to go under this media pandemic. You know, there is an epidemic, but as much as it's a media, as it's a real pandemic, I think the media is contributing a lot to it. Anyway, again, this is just my opinion. I could be wrong, and I have no offense if you tell me, hey, man, you're wrong, man. Off we go. Okay, we stay in Italy. This is a band called Iades, and this is taken from their album And the Worst Is Yet to Come, and the song is called Farmageddon. Okay, so soon we will pass on to some more live music, but first, this is a band from Canada, back to the legend of the bat that we were talking about. So this is Flight of the Night Bat. And the band is called Zimmer's Hole. Hey guys, so now I'm gonna play some bass guitar for you. So far we yes. So this is the time I'm going to play again. Envin, I have played already many times, but the show started at 8, not just now. So basically, I'm DJing, playing. So now Yeah, here we go. Basically, I'm going to now put on some backing track, and this time I'm gonna play a bit of bass guitar. Enjoy a bit of funk. You might say, how do I switch from thrash? Everybody in life is like this: square, open, man. Open the gates, open your mind, switch from music of a style to like you breathe. This is Mekong Delta from Germany with the song Lingua Mortis. And now we pass. And now we pass to the big four of the thrash metal era. This is a song that goes dedicated to Nick Grima from Malta. We are all on a countdown to extinction. This is Megadeth.
Species caged in fright, shot in cold blood, no chance to fight. Stage set now, pay the price. An ego boost, don't think twice. Technology, the battle's unfair. You call the handle without a care. Squeeze the trigger, makes you land to roll some far. The heart is here. The hunt is getting all locked on, all but one. Contest nowhere to run. No more than one. This is it. It's the countdown. Tell the truth, you wouldn't dare. The skin through feels so rare. Silence speaks louder than words. Ignore the guilt and take your turn. Liars and the grandest last man was never even there. Kill you feet from the cage's point blank. You're so courageous. So courageous. All I got, all but one. No contest, nowhere to run. No more than one. This is it.
Hour from now, another species of life form will disappear off the face of the planet forever when the rate is accelerating.
I'll wait for you to come. I know. Now that you've arrived, you stay a while. I promise I won't keep you long. I'll pay for it.
This is the time where you take off your mask layer, that skin mask.
The process get cold flesh appease the need. Provoking images, delicate features of food. A pleasant fragrance in the light of the moon. Dead to the Halloween tree. The dead have taken my soul. Take psychotic eyes. Through the mind, rocks now inclined. Empty eyes inflame the creation of blossom faces in lifeless magic. Say, fantasy and reality are
Anyway, I'm gonna rush through these songs of the Big Four because you've all heard of them, but just as a teaser. Anyway, now this is where I used to like Metallica. I don't anymore. Yes, Lars, if you're hearing, I don't like you. Sorry. Yeah, this is it. Metallica, Escape.
one with my mind, just can't see. No need to hear things that they say. I stole my life to live my way. Destroy my feelings. Tell me what to do. I can't help it. I'm on my side. It's everything to do. It's all on anger. You said that I ain't right. Break away from the common master. See through your blurry sight. I'll go my way. I'll do you free. One with my they just can't see. No need to hear things that they say. I saw my lungs to get my way. Time to no gravity.
So what do we have at the moment? Everybody has a head full of Panic from the album Fistful of Metal. This is Panic. This goes to Duncan and to Giuseppe Cuttispoto. Okay, so how do we all feel with this current COVID blah blah? We're all feeling butt fucked. This is nuclear assault.
We're probably gonna get a whole lot of smack for putting a blues part on a Thrash album. But it is not something, so anyone who gives the hard time, you know what the hard way. 'Cause after all, we're musicians, so we can do whatever we want. That's the shit, baby. You don't have to listen if you don't want to hear it. What? It's always that price to go into an album. Going into that Twitter, probably on way to New York, putting out one strike, see where everybody's fucking weird when it comes down to the experience. It's fucking bizarre. Just go across the border. And you try to stay on your budget while you're like,
These are the starting riffs of Born to Perish by Destruction. This goes to Albert Bell of Malta Doom Metal Festival, Forsaken, Nomad Sun, and Sacro Sanctus. Off we go. Headbang! Johan Kennedy, push, push, push. Okay, so now we've got some Latin blood, Spanish blood that just came in. So Jose, hola, Jose, ¿cómo estás? I'm going to dedicate this next song to Mexico. They are called Arcania, and the song is called Blinded by Power, which is more or less where this COVID has put us in. We're all blinded by some reality that we are still yet do not know. Okay, so this is Arcania, and it goes to Jose as well as to Johan. Johan will understand immediately as it starts why I'm dedicating this song to him, although probably has never heard the band yet. This Latin band from Mexico will also lead me to start going now and explaining about my exotic guitars here, tuned in different tunings, but I'll explain later. Okay, guys, so now I'm gonna go directly into explaining a bit about different guitars that I have. So earlier I've explained all the normal guitars. So we have bass guitar, folk guitar. I'm gonna come back to my small puppy at the end, my ukulele. I've explained about the classical guitar and the other acoustic guitar that can be also used as an electric. Now I've got these three here: Glissentar, Viola de Gamba, and an acoustic guitar that I made to sound a bit in my own way. So let us start first of all with this one. Okay, so this is an instrument from Brazil, and it has 10 strings, and it's tuned A, D, G, B, E. So it's basically the 5 strings of the guitar. But what is strange about this, I don't know if you can see it, is that first you've got, unlike a 12-string guitar where you've got a guitar and it's octave above it, this one has the octave above first and then the bass note for all the 5. Anyway, you can play stuff like this. On an educational point of view, this guitar helps you a lot see scales when you talk about the caged system, where you eliminate the 6th string and you don't see any more scales based on the E chord as well on the G chord, but you see everything as A, C, and D. But basically, it's helping you finding roots on the 5th string of the guitar. This, remember, has 5 strings, and on the 4th string of the guitar. So that was a track, Trebra Runa by Moonspell. So as you can see, although this is a Brazilian guitar, it has that sound of a Portuguese guitar. Okay, let's go on to another guitar. This is usually an electric guitar, but I just discovered in the afternoon, because I haven't used it for a while, that I didn't have a battery installed, and I'm short of battery. So since I was using all the guitars, I couldn't. It takes a lot to take one. But anyway, just get it. Let me explain it. Play it first. Okay, so this is an 11-string guitar. As you can see here, we've got 5 on the top, 6 on the bottom. You can see lots of pictures of this if you visit the ethnamorte.com, my ethnic world music band that I had with my friend Fabio for a couple of years ago before he returned back to Italy. Now, salute a Fabio. Now, so basically, yeah, with this guitar, what we have here is that we've got a fretless classical guitar, you could say, that looks like a guitar, but sounds like an oud. What you can hear here is an oud. Okay, so basically, as you're hearing here, I am a musician. I am also a teacher, so I welcome anyone for lessons. You can go on malcolmcallus.com. Everything I'm saying is listed in the description. And basically shoot me an email and we can start lessons online if you want. I do them via Skype or via Zoom or, yeah, whichever you prefer. I personally prefer Zoom, but that's something we will discuss later. Okay, now, what else? So, a song that I recorded, and I have used this with Etna Morte. I have not used that. I have used this many times with Etna Morte. And this sounds something like this. This has a secret tuning, which is only mine. Maybe if you start lessons, I'll tell you. But for now, I'm just going to invite you to hear it. Okay, my friends. So, final thing before we all go and do nanna ninna ninna nanna, or we continue partying on some other channel. Let's go. How is the way to die? As Tankard from Germany tell us, there is only one way to die. And that way to die is die with a beer in your hands. Let's go, Tankard! Olé! Cheers! Come on! So, guys, that was the last song, but I've decided I'm going to play another one. But just before that, let me conclude today's episode called the Digital COVID. On Thursday, I've got my next episode, which is my birthday bash, and it's up to you how it's going to be. Today I was experimenting a lot, yeah? So I put a poll for you where you can either sort of come request songs and I try and cover them as best as possible on the spot, or you ask for more, or I play guitar more and I decide what I play and do improvisations, or I choose a type of music. It could be industrial or death metal or whatever, and I just pump off full speed as a DJ. And I look very stupid in the process, or I forgot, but I've already put in the poll. So anyway, there are many. Today is Saturday night, okay, so this is a bit more casual and less serious than the other videos, but I hope you're all enjoying it anyway. To the best of your possibilities of enjoying it. Meanwhile, I'm looking for a song, but I had not prepared it before. Like this, I'm very casual, man. Chill out, relax. You know, this is the way how it goes. And soon comes the song. Soon comes the song. Soon comes the song. That is the song I was looking for. We found it. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. No, it's not on yet. You see, guys, this is what happens when you put things live, yeah? Things could go well, things could not go well. But yo. So, what do we say now? What do we say? Everybody, are you ready? Yeah? Let's go.
Hands up in the air, put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air, put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air, put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air, put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air, put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air, put your hands up in the air. Hands up in the air, put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air, put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air, put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air.
Ciao, buenas noches, الليل الطيب.